True story. I used to hate Christmas. For real. On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a half of a brick, told me feed my family.
Hello everybody, so I'm back again, and this is the video that everybody's been waiting on, is how much do I make as an LPN. Yes, I did this video purposely at the end of the year because I knew I was going to be over here, over there, everywhere. You know, as you know, I'm a job hopper, as you can see, complaining about everything, but I do these things on purpose because I want to live a certain lifestyle. So before we get into this video, I used to make close to here, close to nothing, and now it's up there. It's up there. So I only have one pay stub to show y'all, and that's particularly from that hospital. From that previous video that I told you about, it's from that hospital, and that's like the most that I've made. So I'm going to start low from how I started, and then we're going to work ourselves up to the highest pay that I've made as well. So stay tuned, okay? Don't get discouraged. All right, February, passed my boards, right? I decided to try out pediatrics, home health. The first offer that I had from that was $18 an hour. At $18 an hour, I was getting paid weekly, and then I was doing 36 hours. That was it. 36 hours and then just going to school. So at most, I was like pulling in about $648 per week. So that's like $1,296. And then you have to just take out the taxes. So it's up from there. Didn't matter to me because I just knew it was just temporary. And I just needed some money. I just needed anything because your girl was broke. I was broke from nursing school. Oh my God. I just do not want to relive that again. I'm like having PTSD. Like, I remember looking at my account like, oh my God, I only have like $10 or $15 in this account. So I was just happy to have that job at the moment, although I knew it was temporary. So $18 an hour, every 2 weeks, $1,296. Now, once I realized that pediatrics was not for me, there was one job offer different from the one that I had in peds, and it was like the rich area, and they were offering me $21.50 to deal with children who had like vents. And so I didn't take it, didn't care for it because I knew pediatrics was just not my style. So I declined that offer. So eventually, like I said before, I went to a long-term care, then a long-term care / SNF unit. Now, this is when COVID rampant. It was like, what, the end of March, April, around that time, they offered me. Now, we had COVID pay, so my base pay was $21.50. And then my COVID pay, like off the bat, I wasn't making $21.50. It was just the base. But when I came in and COVID exploded, it was $23.50. So $23.50 I was making, averaging at every 2 weeks without taxes taken out, because I just could not tell you exactly how much that was taken out. Maybe if you take times 0.8 of that, then that's how much I was bringing home from taxes. I'm single. I don't have any kids or anything like that, but you can make an estimate of your own. So I'm just going to tell you without the taxes taken out. So $23.50, I was bringing home at least every 2 weeks, $1,692. If I can think in my head on my bank statements, it was at least 12, 13 something. So yeah, about $1,200 to $1,300 every 2 weeks. Which was pretty much, it was okay, you know. Still, I was living with my sister. Wasn't that bad, you know. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time trying to keep it on this little stand here. So yeah, $1,200 to $1,300 base. And then I realized, like, you knew my situation that I was going through at this job. I wasn't liking it, you know. And I was like, if I'm going to deal with crap like that, then I need to be going to the hood. You know, like I said, the hood was paying. It wasn't these rich areas that were not paying. The ones that had all the nice stuff, they were not paying. Like, that's the reality of it. So I was like, yo, let me go to the hood. And there was this job post, and I said, you know, I'm unhappy with this job. Let me just put in my application. Let me test my luck with this LTAC. Because most of these people, they talking about 1 year experiences, 2 year experience. I don't care about none of that. I be testing my luck. I be like, let me go ahead and just put my application in because I've been an A for so long. I've been an MA for so long. Let me just go test my luck at this hospital. And so the LTAC unit, like I said, I had my interview, and guess how much she said that she was willing to pay me? Kid you not, COVID. Kid you not. $35 an hour. $35 an hour. And it was a contract. It was a contract. So you know the stipulations with contracts, that means that you don't have any insurance or anything like that. There's a certain schedule that you have to work, which is fine, but $35 an hour? I went from $18 back in the day, $23.50 to $35? What? Kid you not. I said, oh yeah, I'm about to make a come up. And once you make this type of money, you be like, there's no going back. There's absolutely no going back. There's no way. I am making RN pay. Now, the workload was crazy. You know that. I've told you that. But I'm at where RN is at. Like, I am. So, $35 an hour. Like I said before, that I did 3 days one week, and then I did 4 days the next week. So that was just automatic overtime. It was 12 hours. So, $35 an hour at 36 hours a week. So that's like averaging $2,520. And then if you add in that extra 12 hours there, you're looking around like $630. So, total, that was looking at $3,150. But I was killing it with the overtime. I think with this check that I'm going to put up on here, it told me that I did, 16 hours here. Then I did another 17 hours of overtime. And then my check came out, and this is with the taxes taken out, was $3,544. And I'll show, this is the only pay stub that I could find. So you're just going to have to believe me when I say that I was actually making this money. And this was like October the 9th. So I'm going to put it up side by side. But yes, $3,544. I was putting in work every 2 weeks to make that type of money. And as you can see, if you look around, I'm in my own townhome. You know, my townhome style place. And I love it. I saved up a pretty good amount of money doing this. And then as you can see, my bad experience with the place, I just dipped out. So that's how much that I was making there. I had another few offers as well. Another contract as high as like $45 in other areas. But I didn't take it, or other places were canceling. So once I left that last job paying me $35 an hour, I'm now doing agency. Like you have to think to yourself, what can I do more to make this type of money in like at least a week? Instead of every 2 weeks, $3,000 a week, how can I do this every week? And so the only thing I could think about was either agency or travel work. And that's exactly what I've been doing, is putting multiple applications in for travel work. I just got granted a Pennsylvania license as well. I had changed my license to a multi-state. And if you're an LPN, I recommend that you do that. If you don't have any kids and you can just move around when you want to, I'm just trying to give myself full, autonomy. Like, I'm trying to go out there and do what I can to make the most money so I can get out. Just to be honest. So, I have a lot of agencies that call me. I pick one agency. This agency in particular, how they do it is they hire me on the spot. Like, this black lady, she called me and she was like, I know you don't have a year experience, but you have experience previously. You done charge. You had LTAC experience, which is huge. I'm going to go ahead and just push your application through. I was like, yes, I'm telling you, there is loopholes to this nursing mess. I was not about to go to no med surge to get my experience. I wasn't about to go to no hospital. None of that. You know how much the big time hospitals was trying to offer me? The big time hospitals around here. You're going to laugh. This lady called me on this interview. And she said, yeah, we're willing to offer you $16 an hour. Why is the hospital willing to pay me this amount of money compared to all these other people? in the LTAG unit. Why are you willing to pay me $16 a funky hour, $18 on the weekend or something like that? She said. I hung up in her face. She called me back like, oh, did we get disconnected? We're in a whole pandemic panty, a panoramic, and you talking about $16 an hour? Like, she was playing me. Like, she was playing me. So the agency, again, if I do non-COVID at the agency, it's $30, but I only choose COVID places I'll travel to, or I'll do an hour drive, and they pay me between $40 to $42. Offer it. If I do anything over that, and I'm willing to make a further drive, they'll pay me $60. So there's this other place out in the boonies, out in the country. It's a medical surgical unit. Oh my goodness. And they've been willing to pay me $60 an hour, you know. So that's the highest that I've made, but base range it's been about $40 to $42 for COVID pay at an agency. So while I've been doing agency work, I've been looking at doing traveling. Yes, I've got many denials, but it's the whole penny, and these people are groveling to get nurses out there in different states, especially nurses that have went on strike. If you look up what happened in Pennsylvania with their nurses and stuff like that, you know, it's a real big deal. Now, we know the RNs, they making that top coin up there, but I said, hey, if I could make a couple of grand more, you know, and although I'm paying for housing up there, if I can find a decent living down here and pay my rent here, but make a complete come up in another state, I am willing to travel out there. So I have so many recruiters on my line, especially because I did this Pennsylvania license. I paid for it, and I've been putting on my resume that I had this Pennsylvania license. They've been, hello, when can you come out? So I've been denying a lot of people till I get the right number and incentives, you know. So I'm just gonna hold off on how much they're willing to pay me for travel as an LPN till I either make that decision to take it or not. So right now I'm just doing my agency at $40 to $42 an hour until I find something more suitable for me. But that's how much I make as an LPN. I don't know about y'all, but there should be no such thing as a broke nurse right now. Whatsoever. No such thing as a broke nurse. Unless you're just willing to do that work where you don't have to do much work, which is absolutely fine. I understand. You know my situation. But like I said, I need to make a come up. I have goals. So, I'm trying to get in and I'm trying to get out as much as I can. So if that means, you know, working hard to get where I need to go in life, so be it. So that's how much I make, y'all. Y'all tell me how y'all feel in the comments. Y'all probably like, girl, what? Yes, ma'am. When I told y'all that I had that first video when y'all first came out, y'all thought I was playing when I said I was going to try to make money.
True story.
Not playing. Bye-bye. Thank y'all for watching.
I used to hate Christmas. Real. On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a half of a brick, told me